Oh, we're live. Good thing I didn't say anything silly. Hello, those of you watching on a replay, we're live. It's Saturday early morning. I was, as we were falling asleep last night, Kate asked, what do you want to do this weekend? And I said, I might try and sneak in a live stream early Saturday morning before anyone's awake. So it's just past 6 here in here on Vancouver Island. And because the space is separate from the house, I can make noise, I can live stream. I don't know if anyone will come out, and that's okay. I thought, let's play. Yeah, let's play. I have I have nothing in mind. The day, this is, I was gonna say, this is pre-coffee. This is pre-coffee. I've had a tea, pre-breakfast, and pre-coffee. Now post-coffee. Let's play. Let's see where it goes. If no one's here, I'm gonna do a loop. What was that chord? Oh, that's delete. There we go. Come on. Hey Scotia! Oh, people are here. I was chatting to no one, saying this is before anyone's awake. I'm gonna do a little loop and then just play a little bit. There's an interesting loop. Okay, good. We'll let it fade. I feel very self-conscious about doing that. It's very self-fulfilling. It's just a relaxing way, right, of fitting chords. I like that, Ted. Yeah, I didn't know if anyone would come out. I know it's afternoon in Europe, so hello Scotia, hello Adrian, good to see you. UK and Poland, good to see you. Ted and Jack Burton, hello. George, hello. Yeah, I was telling no one when I started the stream that Kate asked what I want to do this weekend, despite it being Mother's Day, and I said that I'm gonna try and sneak in a live stream before anyone's awake. So I think we have a good 25 minutes before the kids start the youngest starts to make noise. Yeah, let's let me talk about what happened there. So in my email I sent it's all based on chords, right? Whether it's a shruti box in yoga music, in Indian music, let's call it, and meditative music, it's probably a better term. Yeah, I sat there and the E flat over C sounded really nice. So we looped that. And I ran out of air, right? I started here. So let's keep going. And then a third time. And then we looped. And in my mind, what are the chords of the E flat? E flat, G, and B. And I really like the major 7. The major 7 means this is the full 8. Come down a half step from the 8. That gives you the major 7. And it's this ethereal chord that Eric Satie loves to use, and I use it in French cafe music, right? The E flat. Da 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 da. Good. So that's what we started putting on during the loop. I took my E flat, I think I put a B flat, the 5, started to loop that, and then going up to the D. And what else fit in there? I started to put essentially the E flat major scale, things that fit nicely in there. And as the loop started to happen, I resolved to an A flat, which is going down 3 steps, right? Ta, ta, ta. That's what I heard in my voice. The ba, da, da. No, that's not what happened. We were in C. There was a C under all this, right? So I heard ba, da, da, which in my mind is a really cool chord change. And then for me, why I said it's self-serving, it's an exhale. It's just like, oh, eventually I leave the camera, and it's not melodic in a way that a klezmer tune is, right? This is an exercise in dexterity and finger and precision, while these is an exercise in breath control, right? It is that meditative thing. As I'm moving the accordion here, I think it was a note up here, it was, how smooth can I make that note? The bellows are doing all the work. I'm kind of controlling it with this hand. Bring it closer to the microphone or further away, and yeah, I really like that. I have that new channel, This Guy Loops, which I want to keep as a small kind of baby because it's unedited and uncut, and it's those kinds of loops without explanation. Hello, Christian. Good to see you. I sent a t-shirt yesterday. Hello, Carson. Good to see you. Carson from Toronto. I love Toronto. Let's I had an idea this morning when I was making coffee. A Fellini. Brain doesn't work yet. Who's the guy that wrote for Fellini? Nino Rota. Da da da. And I wanted to do it in a loop. I used to play this with my clarinet player. Let's see if we could loop it. And maybe I'll take out... We'll see. We'll see about the glockenspiel. I think it's going to fit well. 1. Let's delete the old loop. Um, we'll keep the bassoon. This is going to be an F major. This is a simple, beautiful tune. It's F major to G minor to C to F to F. All right, the chords. Good morning, Chris from Denmark, or Chris Denmark. This is an F major. If you're gonna play along, 1, 2. I've never played this by myself and not on live stream. 1, 2. We stopped it at the right time. Let's see. So you can play the melody along with me. We're gonna start on the C. You'll hear it. Da da da, da da da, da da da. It's just gonna be those notes. It's very obvious, but that's okay. Da da da. Now what do we do? This is where I wanted the Glockenspiel. Da da da. Da da da. Banana. Da da da. Almost. Hello, Mike. Hello. This isn't my tune. This is a Nino Rota tune. such a great tune. Good, it is fading out. That's such a cool tune. I like it. I remember trying to tell Kate I always wanted to play with someone, right? And when my clarinet player wasn't around, I would tell Kate, these are the notes. You know, you take the C and you go da da da, da da da, and then up again, da da da, then back to the first one, da da da. And eventually we'd screw up, but I had a lot of fun. Essentially, pre-loop pedal, who could you find that doesn't play music to play a simple song? Yeah. What did I want to say? I was wondering how to do... I was wondering how to do... I was thinking about... Yeah, I guess we can talk about it. It's early in the morning. There aren't too many people. We'll see what happens to the replay. I know there are Zoom calls. Yeah, how do we do a dial-in? How do we do a dial-in show? I was thinking, no, let me just display my phone number and someone can call in and I'll put the phone next to the microphone and we'll address questions live. This was when it was a bit earlier. Is it a good idea? I'm not sure. It changes the nature of things, just like a Zoom call where everyone's active changes the nature of the questions and of the presentation. But lots of you email me saying, hey, Ronan, do you offer private lessons over Skype? And I say no. I've tried teaching in private before. And there are benefits to it, for sure. And I say I prefer that you send me a video with a technique that you're working on or a song that you're working on, and I'll send you video feedback. I love that because it gives me time to think. Sorry, what does it do? This is kind of a speech rant, but that's okay. When there's another person present, whether it's virtual or in real life, it changes my nature. I like to please, and so music comes second, and I want to be kind and courteous to the person first. And so I might, and so my brain shifts modes. And what I found during live lessons is I want to connect with a person more so than instruct on music. And compare that to asking you to send me a video or audio of you working through a technique. So you've taken a bit of time and said, hey, Ronan, here's the Godfather theme, and you're playing the Godfather theme. And then I take my camera and I take 5 to 10 minutes to talk through your performance and talk through my ideas. But because you're not physically there, I find that the answer is hyper-targeted. I don't have to worry about the niceties of being in the same room with a person. So music and instruction come first versus the real-life niceties. And not all teachers are like that. That might be my shortcoming in terms of being able to do a live lesson. And I think probably music teachers get to that point where the niceties are just a quick introduction and right away you jump to the business of music. But I think because the nature of remote learning... Anyways, so that's my idea. So to have a person call in or to have a Zoom, part of me is slightly worried about that live connection. I want to find out, Adrian, I want to talk to you. Yonuts, I want to talk to you. I'm like, show me where you are. That's a cool accordion. That kind of stuff for me will interfere with the learning. And obviously, I think if we have time, if there weren't 20 people watching, we would take that time, right? Sometimes in my responses to you, I said, if we had a week together, if we had a weekend, here's how I would break it down. And that's my instruction. So that's my little rant. I think there's definitely room for live instruction. Depends on the instructor, depends on the student, and likely over the course of a full day or a weekend. I prefer the 5 to 10 minute bursts. And again, the beauty of a phone, there's my phone. The beauty of remote recording is you can play back the lesson, right? So in my response to you, oh, let me play that back. Let me listen to that again. Yeah, those are mid-coffee thoughts. Hello, Sean. Hello, Mike. It's good to see other people as well. It's mid-afternoon in Europe. Oh, cumbia, yeah. That was awesome. Awesome, Chris. I'm happy it worked. That was a beautiful... It's so cool, cumbia. Cumbia. Just playing Old Lang Syne, Jess sent a question/email yesterday. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Jess. Saying, what was the song? Ivan Polka. It's not an L. Ivan Polka. Which is D minor, right? To C. Hello, Yoda. Yoda Dylan. C or A minor. Here, the traditional way is D minor to C to A minor to D, right? And Jess's question was, hey, I play different chords. I hear it as major, F, C, A7, D minor. Is that right? What am I doing? How come it's different than the sheet music? Of course it's right. It's awesome. It's a fantastic variation. It's a fantastic variation. So I replied to Jess. I said, great job. The chords that are given are a suggestion. Sometimes it's exactly right? Mary had a lip. Sorry. Sometimes it's exactly right because the composer wrote it that way. So the composer could have said, I hear the D minor, da 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 da, and they notated it, and that's the correct answer. But there are other ways of getting that similar sound that might be pleasing. And I really love those variations on Ivan Polka. There are different things that we could do, especially if they're in that same, I'm not sure if modality is the right word, but because we're in D minor, C works, F works, B flat works, A minor works, G minor works. So the variations could be, like Jess did, major, C to A7, D minor. What else can we do? We could do F major, C major, A minor instead of A major. Right? Instead of A7 creates suspense, A minor, it's a little bit sleepy. And then where does the A7 go to? It can resolve, or it can go A7 and go up to B flat. And now from here, from the B flat, we have a whole new universe. We can go to the F major again, or we could do a walk down to a G minor because we're in that same area. Right? So C, A7 to B flat, G minor, taking the song in another direction. C, A minor, maybe we go up again to B flat. And it's not final like D minor was, right? Maybe B flat, A minor to B flat. Back to the beginning. We can also start in a major, like D minor over F major. It's different. Yeah, F to D D minor, just a quick from the B flat. Let's play that. Jelena, I'm happy you were able to catch me. Australia's really tough. Kyle emailed me. Sorry, Kyle, I haven't replied to you. And our timing is opposite. So thank you. And hello, nobody. We should play You're a Real Nowhere Man. Oh, that sounds like a cool loop. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was it? Yeah, E minor to C. Let's do a bassoon single rate. That was nice too. I'm gonna pause that. Da 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 da. Maybe we'll just do right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. That wasn't right. Oh, let's listen to it. Da, 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 ba, ba. We said E to C, right? That's okay. Oh, it is recording. Now my voice is recording. Sorry. We'll just play it. No loop pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta loop this. It's such a catchy little thing. It's E. Let's play it. I'll say the chords after. 1, 2, 3, 4. major, E minor, D major. E minor, C major, walk down to A minor, to the D. That's all. That's a lot. Good morning, Anne from California. It's very early morning in California, like it is here. Hi, Mir. I don't know Carnavali Venedig. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping an eye on the time in terms of the kids waking up. I think we have a good 12 minutes. This was an unexpected live stream just because we're not going to have a live stream tomorrow. I thought let's do a live stream before the world wakes up, before anyone wakes up. Oh, you could see the background. It's still not, the sun isn't up yet, so it's okay to have the blinds open. Oh, we were gonna play Nowhere Man for Nobody. Making all his nowhere plans for nobody. trying to do? Ba ba da 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 dee da da. I don't. Here, nobody. That was your song. So Darren, let me know. I run the website. I teach the songs on Accordion Love. Let me share my screen with you. Whatever song you're looking for, let's see, I bet you we'll search work. Let's say Por una cabeza. All the performances that I do, I have the lesson for, which I encourage you to see. Sometimes it's, the left-hand slash chords. We should play Por una cabeza. And the sheet music is available for each one of these. This is a strange one, but any song on the site, whether it's Lambada, whether it's Libertango, the sheet music is always available on the site. Sometimes I do a playthrough, but right at the bottom, there's always the sheet music. Send me an email if you're looking for a song, if you're not a part of the site, and I'm happy to help you along. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And no, I don't know. Who was he? Do I know Toralf Tollefsen? Try to Google him. He was the best accordion player in history. Heimir, I'll take a look. I don't know accordion players. I'd like to, but I don't. What were we going to do? Por una cabeza, the slash chords, right? I used to play G minor, D minor, E flat to B flat. Now, I'm going to not be able to do it live, but let's see. I split those chords, so it's a walk down. My left hand will do ba, ba, ba. It's going to do that. And in order to do that, we need to use the counterbass row. Oh. Come on, Ronan. Split chord there too. When I make a song, how do I start? Heimir, I don't compose songs, so I think there are probably lots of ideas around song composition. Twice during this live stream, I've stumbled across a cool chord. I always start with chords. I think other people might start with melody. I know chords, so before it was an E minor. I start with a chord and something that catches me, and that's usually a rhythm. So I like that E minor, and then E minor, and then my left hand walked down to the C, and that was the foundation of da 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 da. Now, after that, I went to A minor and to D. Why I did that is because of song templates. I think that there are common song forms that appear in music all the time. If you look at, this is my live stream song that we usually do, you see all these numbers, the 1, 4, 2, you're going to see it in Roman numerals, the 1, 6, 1, 5, the 1, 5, the 1, 3, 5. The song that I did before was a 1, E minor, walk down to a C, -3 I call it, to an A minor, which is the minor 4, to the D, which is 7, I guess. So those numbers are confusing, but let me show you. I have a playlist. I hope I'm not sharing my screen right now. Library. Where's my playlist? I'm going to re-record a unit on song composition. Sorry, I'm just pulling up this playlist because it shows you what these song forms are. Let's see. Yeah, this is okay to share. So I'll share this. It's called Playing Music by Ear on Accordion. Why I say by ear is we have these, I call them rules or song forms or song templates. Anytime we hear the Beatles, anytime we hear Jan Tiersen, Astor Piazzolla, they're composing, maybe in different ways. They hear melody and lyrics, they're geniuses, but they're following these rules. They go to the minor 2. They go to the minor 6th. They go to from the 1, 4, 5, right? The most common chord changes. That's how I do it too. You learn from good people. Let me copy this for you. There it is. Paste. I hope that takes you to the right place. So when I'm making a song, how do I start? With something that catches me, which is a chord or a chord combination, like E minor to C. And then I play it. That sounds cool. There's my song, right? I'm starting there. If I had my loop pedal going, I would loop that, send it to a singer, come up with a melody, and my melody is always based around the chords. My E minor, right? So we were doing my left hands are based on chords and different rhythms, which I cover on Accordion Love. My right hand's based on chords and breaking up those chords based on triads. Right? Sweet Dreams, I'm not sure if I know it. Just because we're in E minor. Is that Sweet Dreams? Not sure if I'm hearing it right, just because this is the E minor to C that I was talking about. Maybe it's the same song. Maybe that's where it came from. I might go in soon, because Wolf likes to wake up early, and especially because it's Mother's Day, I don't want him to wake up Kate. Let's change keys. Not trouble. As a musician, not even as a musician. As I think as humans, we tend to do things that are comfortable and that are routine. I walk the same little route every morning in the same direction, and it takes a effort or it takes an outside force to move that routine. As a musician, the same thing applies. As a musician, my fingers are like this. I know my chords really well. It takes an outside force like a new instrument or a new loop pedal or some sort of new thing, an effort from me to change to a key that I don't know. I never play up here. I don't know what chord this is. But doing that will bring something new out in me. The blues challenge that we did 2 months ago on Accordion Love, I said do it in C major. My blues in C major, I've played blues in C major a lot. And so those pathways are already written for me. It's really hard for me to come up with a new lick, a new combination of notes over a key that I know, like C major. Which is why I love listening to you do the blues in C major, because I'm picking up new things. It'd be much better for me to try something new, to try a blues in, what is this, an E flat? it forces me to pay attention. Just like if I'm walking in a new route, it forces me to keep my eye open. Oh, there's a tree there. Oh, I didn't know there was a mailbox there. I think that's just a thing to do in life, right? Routine is important. It's crucial. But I guess to be aware. So when I wanted to play something now, but my hands right away jumped to that E minor to C major, because I played it 3 times already during the live stream. My hands want to go there. They're falling naturally in that position. And I think there's something to that, to the exploration of things that we know already. But there's also something about challenging ourselves to go here. What is that? It's beautiful. It's an F sharp minor. It's just a 1 over E minor. So right away I'm orienting myself. Right away I'm going to a pattern that I know, right? Jack, yeah, we discussed this, worth repeating. Great question. Do we, certain song standards, like the 12-bar blues, demand that, not demand, certain songs like the 12-bar blues demand that you hold something, sorry, this wasn't the 4 chord, demand that you hold, by saying demand, I mean there's a standard around how the length of time that you hold a note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, F, C, G, ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock da ba da ba around the clock tonight. Ba ba da ba ba. So there are certain standards in music where you're expected to play something for a specific length of time because you're playing with other people, and dancers expect that. That's how people rock around the clock. Otherwise, it's up to you. And it's fun to break standards as long as everyone's on board with it. So if I'm playing a tango, I'm gonna play la comparsita, but differently. So I'm just gonna play the chords, and you'll see I change chords because I'm giving subtle suggestions that a chord has to change. So because I created tension, I've stretched the elastic. There has to be a release. Watch what happens if I don't release it. So I'm playing a tango, G minor. Good night, Jelena. I could stay on here forever. I'm not creating tension. But watch. We're all inhaling. Wait for the release. There it is. Now I could stay here forever. But the audience does want to go back to the 1. And now resolve the tension. Of course, resolve the tension here. If I don't resolve it, let me play a version of that where I hold on to the tension a little bit too long. And again, those common pathways, going back to that point, we expect certain things of song form. So let me do the same thing, but with tension and release being at off times. It's so not unsatisfying, it's so surprising. But when someone, it's kind of like saying someone doing Give me the bum bum. Don't, it's okay to do. Finally I could exhale, right? So there are, how long do we hold something? In general, it's up to you. But there are certain forms that are just, they sound really nice. And it's okay to break them, but you're making the audience work. And sometimes the audience wants to work, and sometimes the audience just wants to sit and listen. And again, that predictability in music is really fun, right? It's like watching a movie. We expect, I think there are arcs. Kurt Vonnegut, I remember seeing an essay with him or a video where, the protagonist, the hero starts here, and either the hero goes down and then eventually the hero rises, or the hero starts up at the top and the hero falls and he stays at the bottom. And there's book 2. Or the hero starts at the bottom and he intersects with other people that take him places. I think music is the same. Let me just look at your question. Do you try to keep your time on a chord to a certain amount? If it's a waltz, I don't count in my head, but it feels right to go. That was the intro. Change. Where do I change to? The minor 4, the minor 5, right? Change. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Tension. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Depends how athletic I want to be with a song. The 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, I don't usually do. It's fast. That's like Jacques Brel, Charles Aznavour, even Jan Tiersen likes to hold it, right? He does the 1, 2, 3, da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, 4. Versus. That was a really short Katyusha. Yeah, that's my answer. Music is a lot about familiarity, setting expectation. Yeah, I think that's a good wrapping up of a lot of those concepts. The sun is starting to come up. I think I'm going to go inside. Thank you for showing up on a Saturday on an irregular schedule. If you're watching this in a replay, thank you for watching the replay, future people. I hope the world is nice where you are. We have Victory Day tomorrow in Russia. Congratulations, Bart Simpsonovich. Do you have any tips to improve your left hand? I still have a hard time with it. Yeah, Tan the player. On Accordion Love, let me know what you're struggling with. It's important to understand the basics. The basics of the left hand. Understanding left hand, whatever it is. Make sure you're using the right fingers. Make sure you're using the right fingers and that you're repeating the same thing. It's easier on the left hand. It's always going to be a finger and another finger for major, a finger and another finger for minor. Whether you use 3-2 or 4-2, fine, or 4-3. I practice one rhythm, waltz rhythm, and then under advanced, beyond the basics for left hand, I start to suggest incrementally larger bass jumps. And making larger bass jumps is all about incrementally larger bass jumps. Obviously, positioning has to be right, but what I would suggest for you, without knowing you, is to work on incrementally larger bass jumps. Here's what that means. You start with C major. And you're aiming for consistency. There it is. It's good. I want you to be able to do that and talk, to do that and look around, to do that and read, or drink your coffee and it's fine. I don't want you to think about a C major, ever. If you're having trouble with that, that's okay. Bring your hand in, find the C, hit the major. Take your hand out, C major, C major, as smoothly as you can. When that's there, and I'm sorry if you're already there, do a switch to a G major from the C major. I want you to get that distance right by doing that. What I'm doing now, by going C major, G major, C major, G major, without mistakes, for the volume to be consistent. And it's that kind of motion, right? The consistent push and pull of the bellows. The sound has to be smooth and straight, back and forth. Before you can do any sort of bigger jumps, that has to be there. Same thing with the F, just chords that are right next to each other. And then C, jump over the G to D. And that's that motion that you're going to have to do. It's not a full wrist motion. It's just the fingers. And that's what I show on Accordion Love. So when you have the G, that's when you move to the D. And the tension changes. My hand pulls the bellow a bit. This should be a bit tighter. Right? To D. From C to D. And I'm making incrementally larger bass jumps. And until that's ready, I wouldn't play a song with a C to A minor, because then you're sitting there and you're going, okay, so what was the song we played? C to A minor. I heard there was a secret chord, C to A minor, that David played and it pleased the Lord. Good. We're starting to do the left hand bigger jumps. But until you can do that without thinking about it, I'm looking at the coffee cup. Da 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 da. I can't even think about starting the right hand because it's a similar exercise for the right hand. Right? Only then can I start putting hands together. So I don't know what the specifics are to hand the player. You could send me an email, ronan@accordionlove.com. I'm happy to help or guide you in the right direction. But break it down to its fundamentals. Make sure that's like saying I'm working on a big math problem. But you really need to know your numbers. You know, is 15 smaller than 32? Yes. And then starting to add and subtract before we multiply and divide. Okay. Kate's awake. Yeah. Being comfortable with working with numbers before we do operations with those numbers. Being comfortable with... I keep going back to the money analogy because I think we all know how to make change. If I say, build me $1.14 with the change in your pocket, when we used to have cash, oh, you're like, oh, $1 and then 10 cents and then 4 pennies. Good, that's $1.14. That's how I like to work with music. You need to know the little denominations and how they stack together to get to a final result. Yeah, that's my morning analogy. I think that's all for today. Thank you, Merv Kalan. Great to see your live session that includes accordion in it. Thank you for that. Awesome. Thanks for coming. Sorry it's a short one. Does it say the time that we've been here? It doesn't. That's okay. Yeah, well, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We'll continue next week, next Sunday. Check out accordionlove.com if you haven't already. That's where I teach accordion. I teach all these things in more detail. Yeah, send me an email. There's a free 3-day trial to accordionlove.com. You could try it and cancel it anytime. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you for showing up, everyone. All right, thank you. I'll try my best. Self-learn. Yeah, and it's a new language. So understanding it mentally is part of it. Doing it physically, or like working out or playing basketball, it really is understanding it and then doing this 100 times. This is shooting a basketball. Or practicing your A in a language, or saying the word over and over again until we put it together. so that it works. Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.